In this video, I'm going to show you how you can customize your login page for a JupyterHub. So this is our login page for our JupyterHub. You can see it's got some logos here and some logos at the bottom. All right, so first thing to know is, like, where do those templates come from? Well, if we go to the GitHub repository for JupyterHub here. If you look here, you're going to see this folder here called Share JupyterHub. Let's go there. If we look there, we see two folders, templates and static. So if we look at our templates, this is where our templates that affect how things look. And you can customize kind of all of them. We're going to be customizing this login one right here. So looks like this. Okay, it's kind of long. Ours is going to be shorter. Okay, and then the other thing you have here is this static here. These will have like your images or your CSS. So what we want to do so we're going to extend those. And so here you see I have my own repo here. It's my templates. And I've got the templates and the extra assets. And this is a really standard way that people do this. So if you see somebody who has like a customized login page, more than likely they have exactly the same kind of repo. It looks like this. So this repo just has the templates and the extra assets, and then in the templates I have the pages I'm customizing. So I'm going to customize this login one here, and the format is at the top saying what it's extending, and then you have your main block here, and then you have your HTML in here, and this is pretty much all kind of standard HTML. All standard stuff. I'll talk about these URLs in just a moment. The rest is all pretty standard. I could have put my CSS in the separate folder, but it was just easier just to put this block here and have it there. I know it's kind of long, but it was just kept it all there. All right. So a good way to get examples of these templates is, knowing that, if you find a login page like, I like that, I kind of like to use that, then poke around and see if you can find their GitHub repo where they share their templates. Okay, so one other thing to be aware of is this part here, where if you have like images and stuff, so you want to look and see the format of that, how you're going to include those. And I'll describe what's going on here on the README. Okay, so let's go over to the README. It walks through. Okay, so the way that this works is that you're going to tell the JupyterHub when it starts up your hub and it reads in your config file, you're going to have this extra config here that tells it, look for templates, more templates here. So it'll look there and it'll see that you have a template that is extending an existing one. So what we need to do is get our templates in here. Okay, so how do we do that? So the idea here is that when the hub starts up, it will start by running this little bit here. It's called init containers. So this is something that's happening right as it's starting up. And what we're doing is we're using a little Git image here, and we are cloning this into we're just kind of pulling that in. And so we want to copy the templates. We're going to put those into templates, and then we're going to copy the extra assets, that's our images and stuff, put that into extra assets. And then we're going to volume mount it here, give it a name. So this name is going to correspond to templates. This name is going to correspond to extra assets. Then we have a couple lines where we're going to mount this. So we have specify this extra volume here. So we just do that setup there. And now we're going to mount this to a specific place. So this here, right here, is the files that the JupyterHub, when it's running, it's going to be looking in here. And so we make a folder in there called custom templates, and that's where our templates are going to be. We want to make sure we don't call this templates, because that's already exist, and you'd make your hub not work if you blasted the templates that it needs. So make sure to call it like custom templates, something different. And then the next one here is we need these extra things. So I think it's a good idea to put it here like this in the static. I'll tell you why in a moment. But just make sure that you give it a directory name that it wouldn't have in there. So you don't want to like put all your things into static, because static is already being used, but you can give it a new folder name called extra assets. So it's going to look there. All right. So now what has happened is that your hub, it's going to have this folder, your hub pod, it's going to have this folder in it. And within that, it's going to have your custom templates and the extra assets. So now you can set this extra configuration. You tell it where to look for those templates, and now it's going to find those. Okay, so this step, you're going to use your Git repo to pull those in and get those into the right place. And then you do that templates. All right, so now how do you reference things like your images within those template files like that login.html? This command right here, the static URL, is going to point to, where is it? No, it's going to point to right here. It's going to point there. So you can use this command, static URL, and then say extra assets, and it's going to point to that folder and go into extra assets. That's kind of handy, because if for any reason, when you updated JupyterHub, it pointed to someplace else, you would still know that it's going to point to the right place into this static folder. Okay, so there you go. And then do a save your config file, do a Helm upgrade. It's going to restart the pod, and then it will show you your custom login page.